What's going on, folks? This is Hero Stormwolf, and welcome back to some more Overwatch gameplay. Today we're going to be talking about Soldier 76. And in my opinion, Soldier 76 is one of the more balanced characters of the game. His kit comes with a 25-round assault rifle. His right trigger is a sort of small rocket launcher that's good for dealing with shields or armored enemies. His E is a small area of effect heal, and his shift is a sprint button. Now, interesting, he's the only one with a sprint button, and the sprint does not have a cooldown. His ult, for about, I want to say 7 seconds, allows him to automatically aim to any enemy that's in his line of sight and pretty much fire on them without ever missing. Now, while it does sound overpowered, the balance between his ult is that enemies can of course hide behind walls and he can't see them, and the fact that he has to still reload his gun while firing. So there is some balance to the ult, even though it sounds overpowered. Now, in previous commentaries, I believe it was with Kenji, I said that Soldier 76 was one of the more balanced characters of the game, and probably the most balanced. And I stand by that simply because he's well equipped to handle almost any situation on almost any map. I mean, his weapon has good range and does good damage, but you have to hit all your shots. His sprint, while has unlimited usage, you cannot use any of your other abilities while sprinting. His E does a good amount of healing, but has a good cooldown to it too. I believe it's 15 seconds. And his rocket launcher, which is his right trigger, it's good, but it's really hard to aim because the reticle is really small with his gun. So again, he has a really good kit, and if you're a really good shot, you can do a lot with it. But if you're not the best, you can still manage to do fairly well with it. He has that balance to him. Now, I like Soldier 76 for situations that, while I don't need someone who's, very aggressive that can hold their own, but also someone that can self-sustain in a 1v1 fight, and that's really good with his heal. As you see here a couple of times, I would have killed people a lot faster, but again, you just have to get that aim right with the assault rifle. It doesn't do a considerable amount of damage if you just only hit a couple of shots. You really have to hit multiple shots with it in order to get the most out of the weapon. It also comes with the rocket launcher that comes equipped with it. It's better safe for either snipers that are standing still shooting at you, or for armored enemies like Bastion or Winston or Reinhardt that are coming towards you. He's not meant to go in and try and decimate people. Even with his ult, it's really hard to just go in into a 1v3 or 1v4 situation. You can do it with your ult, but with all that focused fire on you and only having 200 health, it's really hard for him to actually kill more than one person in those situations. So again, he's really good, but relies on his team. Good setups with him are with Mei. If she can freeze an enemy, then that means you can target all your shots on that one person that's frozen. Reinhardt's really good with almost anyone. You can stand behind the shield and use your ult and get a lot of kills that way. Junkrat is also really good if someone lands in the trap. Same deal. Anyone who has hard CC, or anyone that can shield him while he's doing his thing, sitting there killing people. So Soldier 76 is a really good balanced character for almost anyone to pick up. If you're just starting into the beta, I highly recommend you pick up Soldier 76. His kit's pretty straightforward. It just really detailed on what exactly he can do and what that ability does. As you see there, I missed a lot of my shots on the Symmetra and I believe that was the Zenyatta. I was also seeing there. Maybe that was Diva's, or it was probably Diva. Now I'm looking at the fire now, but as you see there, you have consequences for missing your shots. If you miss your shots, you're gonna die, and that's one of the more balanced things about him. And one of the things I like about him, he still requires some skill to play, but it's not a super high skill level to where you'll feel like you're not doing anything, even if you're picking him and not, getting every single kill or anything like that. So, again, I would highly recommend him for new players to just start out with the game and try and learn the maps. Here again, I am a terrible shot, and I missed Junkrat, and I paid for it. So again, you got to land your shots with that. But yeah, Soldier 76, good balanced character. I enjoy him a lot. He was one of my favorite characters until recently Kenji came out. But he's a good, solid all-around character to pick up and just mess around with in the game. He's really good, really solid at what he does. At this point here in the match, we pushed up to the second objective, and they was holding out really well, especially with Junkrat. That is a real problem for a lot of players, simply because he has the ability to trap them, and his C4 detonation do a lot of damage, also launch you in the air, so it can really throw off your aim. Also, Mei is a really good defensive character for certain setups. As you can see there, Junkrat just blew up 2 of us with his ult, because her powers let her freeze people after a certain amount of time with their gun, and her icicles do a lot of damage. But 4 minutes 30 seconds left here in this match, and we're trying to push up. The problem is not a lot of people was talking in the match, and that's something else that's really crucial for Overwatch, is actual teamwork. Here we tried to group up with the 2 healers and Reinhardt and Pharah. What we should have done was let Reinhardt push up since he has the shield, Pharah go up above and try and pick them off, and me and Zenyatta just staying back and trying to snipe them from the very back. But
I can put up
that plan really didn't go well together, so I try to sneak around to the right hand side and try and catch someone off guard. Unfortunately, it really didn't work out as planned, because I forgot you can't really go that far on that side. But I'm trying to stand behind Zenyatta and trying to pick off, I believe that's D.Va, but I blow myself up with my own rocket. But, you know, that just tends to happen. Oh no, actually Junkrat killed me. I thought I killed myself with my own rocket in the face. So still trying to push this second objective, and this area here is really hard to attack just because the capture location is in the very back and they spawn very close, so it's really hard to try and get in there from the different points. They can really set up good defense here. Reinhardt's trying to push up with this shield. I'm trying to get behind him to actually fire upon the squishy targets, but there's so many people to shoot in the general area. It's kind of hard to just pick one target and go after it. Going after the D.Va there was not really a smart decision. I'll go over her abilities in another commentary, but basically when her abilities let her negate all types of shots, including rocket launchers and machine gun fire, it's really good defensive ability here. At this point, kind of put myself in a bad situation, because I'm pretty much stuck in this room until that ult goes off, and then I believe 2 or 3 other people come around the corner and just start attacking me and Reinhardt. I try and put down a heal for Reinhardt, but he stepped outside of it, so he really didn't get that much of the healing. I'm trying to take out, I believe that was the D.Va out of her outfit, or out of her robot, but just can't seem to get a good shot on her. Then here comes Mei, and then Symmetra. Hanzo here is trying to punch me in the face. I tried to pick up a health kit and kill both the Mei and the Hanzo, but accidentally pressed the wrong button. And that's something that I would suggest people doing, is rebinding their keys from V to like G or something, because that's very close to the emotes button, which is the C button, and many times you try and press the V button to do a melee attack and you'll pop up with the taunt button or the emote button. Final minute 45 seconds here. Trying to do one more push behind Reinhardt. I have my ultimate up. I wanted to try and save until I actually saw people very close, but it's hard to do that into such a small area. Granted, it's good for my ult because there's not a lot of places they can really spread, but at the same time there's a lot of cover, so they can hide behind and dodge my lock-on ability. But this is kind of where Soldier 76 exceeds in his abilities. Just kind of stay in the back lines, pick off people from a pretty good distance. His machine gun does a lot of damage per tick on hit. Really good solid aim too, so it's not difficult to hit, but again, moving targets can really dodge around it. Mei used her ult, but I managed to throw off my heal there. We captured the point and got the victory. Honestly, I didn't know we was actually winning that capture until like the victory screen came up, because I was so focused on trying to help them push up. But all in all, GG's by them. Good game. Again, Soldier 76 is probably one of the more balanced characters. I enjoy him a lot, and I definitely recommend him for any new player to Overwatch. He's really straightforward in what he does. So that's it for this commentary. If you guys like it, you know, typical YouTube stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.